Yeah.
Hey. Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Right, these brothers from the GMS Trinidad camp, coming back to do a lesson on the Gentiles, the Gentiles that could be saved and the Gentiles that can be saved, because there are people who get mixed up on that now. Up to this day, you know, people still didn't really understand who is the Gentiles that salvation pertains to. You know, people still thinking that everybody on the earth could be saved, and that the Gentiles that the Apostle Paul went to was a so-called white man, a so-called Chinese, a so-called Japanese, a Hamite, you know, a East Indian, meaning all these other races of people that could that come in the kingdom of heaven, or go and receive salvation when the destruction come. People still thinking it's them, or people thinking that Paul went to them, but the Apostle Paul didn't go to them. The Apostle Paul went to Israelites who was scattered among them. Israelites who was living in the land or talking the tongue that these other nations was was into. So either talking the tongue or be living in the land, following the customs. Israelites was in that region or in whatever region they was in, doing that, and that will be coming, you know, to do a little clarification on, because people still getting confused. Because that the man on the highways Thursday, we actually asked about the Gentiles, you know, and what is our stance on the Gentiles, if they could be saved or not. The actual heathen them cannot be saved, but the Gentiles the Apostle Paul went speaking to, them is the ones that could be saved, because they were Israelites operating as Gentiles. You understand? And you have something?
Yeah, I'm bringing something. This is John 11 and yeah, this is John chapter 11 verse start from verse 40. He said, John chapter 11 verse 47, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council, and said, what do we, for this man doeth many miracles? If we left him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. He said, and one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, he know nothing at all, nor considered that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. And this he speak, he said, and this speak he not of himself, but being a priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation. And this was speaking with this was referring to the Jews. He said, and not for that nation only, he said, but that also he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that was scattered abroad. So there's who Apostle Paul went to. That's who the Apostle went to, as the brother say. You understand? Because people have a misconception of who the Apostle went to. People thinking is everybody cannot be saved. The Most High is sending his only begotten Son down here to let everybody to come and save everybody. So let me get Deuteronomy 32 verse 20. Deuteronomy 32 verse 20.
2:20, right? This is Deuteronomy
and 21, 20 and 21.
Deuteronomy 32 verse 20, and it says, and he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
Right, this is the Most High talking to the Israelites. He say what? I will hide my face, meaning I ain't going to deal with all you no more. You understand? I will hide my face from all you. All you can't come to my face. All you can't find out my righteousness. Alright, go ahead.
Come, yeah, it says, they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
Go ahead.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not good.
That which is not good.
Which is not which is not good.
Right, because I was serving idols. So the Most High say, well, he's a jealous God. The Most High say, for the Most High alone, whose name is jealous. You understand? The Most High say his name is jealous. I believe that is Exodus. Let me see if I find that. Come on back, man. Exodus 34:14.
I'm gonna read for you. 34:14.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Exodus chapter 34. Okay, good. Yeah, Exodus chapter 34, verse 14. So, he said, for thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
Right, so the Most High say his name is jealous. That's not his actual name, but he mean like, hey, you could call that one of his title. You could be jealous because he's jealous for the Israelites' sake.
Good.
They provoke him to jealousy because what they went and do, they went and worship idols. And even up to this day, Jake worshiping idols. Even up to this day, Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus, who do have again? They have Selassie, you know, Muhammad. They have some Jakes practicing Hinduism right now.
Even had them in
Buddhism. It's all these Orisha Baptists and them worshiping Shango and Oshun and Ogu. All them that are fuckery. Jake into that. You understand? So if there's nothing new under the sun, so if they're into idols now, it's the same fucking people who was into idols back then. You know? So go ahead and read it, Baba Kosha.
Verse 21. It says, they have moved me to jealousy, which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
Which are not a people. Which are not a people. Go ahead.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
Right, which is who? You see, people go read that and say that is heathen. That is Jakes.
Good.
That is who the Lord was talking, was done prophesied about, and that is with the Apostle Paul and them. So when the Apostle Paul and them, when they remember them scriptures, they was like, oh, that who the Most High was talking about when he said this.
Good.
And that's why they went to these Israelites. Because think about it, the Apostle Paul was a man studied in the law. He know the law. He know he can't be saved. He know that. You understand? So why would he all of a sudden change his heart and say heathens could be saved? No, it wasn't heathens. It was actually Israelites. Alright?
Good.
Because what make Jake a fool? Saying, hey, they didn't have that power, they didn't have no God. The scripture said the fool that says in his heart there is no God. And that what Jake was basically doing. So they became foolish. They became fools in their own vain imagination, becoming fools. The scriptures say that. Matter of fact, you could bring that in Romans 1. I'll read it. This is Romans, the first chapter, 21st verse, right? God, the Most High say you will provoke them to anger with a
foolish nation.
And
there was the 10 tribes.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 21. It says, because that when they knew the Most High, and Jake did know the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations. Same thing they now say, they provoked the Lord with the vanities, right? And their foolish hearts were darkened. They were fools. You understand? And the foolish hearts were darkened, and that is the Israelites back then. And the Israelites going back, when Jake gets scattered into the diaspora.
Good.
And the Most High call them back in about in some hundreds of years later down the road. When they was worshipping, they became uncircumcised and all of that folly. You understand? And Yahweh Shai say the same thing in Matthew 21 verse 43. Barakasha.
Matthew 21, 43. This is Matthew 21 verse 43. It says, therefore I say unto you, the kingdom of Yahweh shall be taken from you.
Read verse 42. Barakasha.
It says, Yahweh Shai said unto them, did he never read in the scriptures, the stone which the builder rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. This is Yahweh's doing, and it is a marvelous in our eyes.
Right. So who was the builders back then in the time of Yahweh Shai? The Jews who was living in the land, right? The Jews, the Israelites who was living in and around Jerusalem. Them was the ones who was to build up the nation. And the stone which the builders rejected is who? Yahweh Shai. Right? They rejected Yahweh Shai because he's the chief cornerstone. Them is the builders, and instead of they did accept Yahweh Shai to build up the nation, they rejected, and it say Yahweh Shai say the same has become the head at the corner, the chief cornerstone.
Good.
So go on in the next verse, Barakasha.
It says 42, it says
43.
it says, therefore say I unto you, the kingdom of Yahweh shall be taken from you and given to a nation bringing forth the fruits thereof.
What nation is that? Was that a heathen nation? That wasn't no heathen nation. And you will prove that. That was a nation, that was the Israelites, who was acting like heathens, functioning like heathens. And we will get into the scriptures to prove that, because people will get a misconception and say, well, the Lord do away with the Israelites and give it to a whole complete different nation of people. No, the Bible don't say that.
Because there's no history. At the time when the Lord was on the scene, it wasn't Judah was dwelling in Jerusalem.
Can.
Yeah, the 10 tribes was already taken away by Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria.
Can.
So they don't know the history, that's why they're going to say that.
That is why they go say that. You understand? That is why they go say that. These Christians who like to say the Lord died for everybody could be saved, they folly. The Most High, Yahweh Shai, isn't talking about our next nation here. He's not talking about our next nation. Matter of fact, maybe Acts chapter 13.
Quick one.
Yeah, one day you go ahead. If you just say something, you go ahead.
But this is what Yahweh Shai said. This is a cut of madness. This is Matthew chapter
10 and 6.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Can. That is it. The Lord say he sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Yeah, if you have something,
yeah, that's a cut of madness. That's a cut of madness they're talking about.
Can.
Because the Most High Israel, the nation of Israel become two nations.
Right.
It before King Solomon died.